Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to make this wonderful cobbler type of fruit pie. I got this recipe from a lady that I subscribe to. Her name is Glow, and she has some really awesome recipes. And this one I saw immediately and I said, I'm going to make this. So it came from like a homemade cookbook that she has, and it was called Lazy Fruit Pie. And she changed the name to Easy Fruit Pie. So I think I'm going to name it Glow's Fruit Pie. So it's super easy and it's super delicious, I know, because even though I've never tried it, I can tell. So I hope you enjoy this really nice recipe. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. We're going to begin by putting a half a stick of butter, which is a 1/4 cup of butter, in a 9-inch pie plate, and we're going to put it in the 350 degree oven to melt. So now we're going to add all of our dry ingredients. We're going to have like a half a cup of sugar, granulated, a half a cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to whisk all that together. And then after we whisk that together, we're going to add a half a cup of whole milk. And this is going to be a thin batter. And like I said, this is kind of like a cobbler. It resembles a cobbler more than anything. This is the first time I've made it, like I said, and it looks fantastic. I've never made anything quite the way this is made, the procedures or the techniques. It's kind of different, melting the butter in the pie dish first. So once that butter is melted, it will stay in the pie pan. So I'm going to show you. That should be ready in just a moment. So I just took this out of the oven, and this is the melted butter. This is exactly how it's supposed to look, with the butter's got kind of a film over it, and that's what it looks like when it's melted. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our thin batter, and we're just going to pour it over, just like this. And it doesn't have to be like in any uniform way. It's just going to all go in, just like when you do a cobbler. Nothing has to be pretty. It just has to taste good. So then what you do is you're going to choose whatever kind of fruit you want. Now Glow used canned pineapple, and she had done pears before that. I'm going to do cherries because I love cherries. And you use like a 20 to 21 inch can, 21 ounce can, excuse me. And you just plop it right in the middle here, just like I'm doing. And what's going to happen is this this batter is going to kind of cover it kind of on its own. It's going to look really neat, and I know it's going to taste good. This will be the first time I've had it or made it and had it, but it looks fabulous. So now all we do is we put this in a 350 degree preheated oven for about 30 minutes. That is so pretty, and it couldn't be easier. So there it goes on the middle rack for 30 minutes. And don't do what I do. Don't try to pick it up with your hands because it's still very hot. This just came out of the oven. You can see it's bubbling. Doesn't that look wonderful? So the batter kind of pulls around the edge of the center of the fruit. So it's very hot. So we're going to let this cool before we taste test it. It's ready now, so we're going to give it a taste test. It's still warm. It cooled for about 45 minutes, but it's still really warm, but I'm going to taste it anyway. So let's give it a try. Really good. I'm not sure really how to compare this because the crust is different than what I've tasted, but it's really, really good. I could compare it to a cobbler in the way you put everything together and kind of put it in the oven just like that. But it is really delicious. This crust, this batter that turned into a crust, is really very good. So I hope you give this a try. And I will leave Glow's link at the end of this video. I hope you enjoy this because it's really easy and really delicious.